And if everybody's ready, before we start right here, I'll tell you tonight that our town manager is under the weather tonight, won't be able to be here. Ryan Wilmuth, also Millie Richardson, unable to be here, and Terry McGrady. But we do have a quorum of our council here, so we will go ahead and commence our meeting. And if everyone would please rise, we'll start off by saying our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everyone can be seated. Thank you for coming out here. First meeting of 2022. And we appreciate our visitors and our guests here tonight also, and we'll introduce them here very shortly. The council that is here tonight, we have our agenda that has been presented to you. I need an approval of the agenda, or if you have any additions or changes to the agenda, they may be noted as right now. So I just need an approval for our agenda.
So moved.
A motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Second, show of hands, please, is unanimous on that. Approval, you have your minutes from our last meeting in December. I'll let you look them over. I know they come to you a little bit late this afternoon, but I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes from December.
So moved. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Show of hands, please. 3-0 on that also. At this time, I'll open up the floor to public comments, and this is to agenda items on our agenda here tonight only. If anyone would like to make any special statements here during this public comment time, now is the time to do that. There being no movement, we'll close that section of the public comments. And I'm going to add something into the agenda right here just for a second, and I meant to say this on the additions. It's just that I'm introducing our guys from Raleigh that are here. And I'm going to turn it over to Dana Phillips right here and let Dana talk about what's going on up here in Allegheny County with the earthquake and the Office of State Management and Budget and all that good stuff. And I'll let Dana take it from here for a few minutes. Give us an update.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Hello, everybody. Council, good to see you. Thank you guys for joining us today. It's good to see you again. Joining us tonight, very happy and honored that Nels Roseland is with us tonight. Nels is the director and the leader of our section, and appreciate Nels coming up tonight and being up here in support. Just want to give you guys a quick update on some of the earthquake. It's been a couple of months since I spoke to the group, so I just want to let you kind of know where we're sitting with our earthquake recovery program right now. To date, we've received 273 residential applications. Of the 273, 147 have been fully funded and or completed. We're real proud about that. 147 families in the impacted areas have gotten money from our office through the state to help with these repairs. Number of projects that have been partially funded are 53. So when you look at all the numbers right now, we've only got about 50 projects that we're still waiting to get application information or financial information or estimates from folks. So we're continuing to move forward. Couple of highlights on some of the big things we've done. So far, we've had 5 families have had complete rebuilds and back in their homes. 5 families. We currently have 3 that are under construction right now, underway. We would be moving a lot faster if the weather would help us a little bit, but obviously this week we're not doing a whole lot on those rebuilds. We've already taken care of 1 purchase of a new home for a relocation for a local homeowner. We've got 2 mobile home units scheduled to be installed very soon. Matter of fact, one of them was supposed to happen this Monday, but obviously that didn't happen yesterday. And Cole, they've been sitting down there at the fairgrounds, buddy, for a while. But we have the units here in Sparta. As soon as the weather cooperates, we can get those set up. We've recently completed 2 buyouts of properties from homeowners. And we've got a 3rd buyout that we're kind of working with a homeowner on now. And finally, we still have 4 more major projects that we're working with the homeowners to determine if it will be a buyout, a rebuild, or a potential relocation. So we've got a lot of things going on. $5,413,000 have already been handed out for individual assistance. Now, this is just for individual assistance for homeowners. That doesn't include our grants with the counties and all that. This is money, a little over $5 million. 5.4 million have already gone in the hands of local families here in the impacted counties. So we're real proud of that number as well. Update on our grants. We have a grant. We have a little over 3.4 million in grants total that has been awarded. We've got grants with some of the local nonprofits. We have a grant with the town of Sparta. Allegheny County Schools, Surrey County, the town of Elkin, and the VFW. We also had one with local Allegheny Jams. That was early on in the process as well. We have a couple of major projects that are going on. Two of the major projects really the town was heavily involved in. First was the lift station project at the fairgrounds that we did early on. And the second major is our sewer project that's going on right now. Very major project. We're real proud of that. Contractor seems to be doing a good job. We've recently received approval from DEQ for phase 2. So we're real proud of that. So we're moving full steam ahead. And then we have another large project with the county we're going to be working on soon. So with our major projects, we're looking at about another $5.4 million just in those projects as well. So 5.4 already in the hands of local homeowners, 5.4 for major projects, a little over 3.4 for grants. We're using the money that the state allocated to us and getting help out to folks. So wanted to give an update. Nels, is there anything that you'd like to add?
Thank you for your time, and we're excited to be here to help this area and surrounding counties. And if we can do anything else to help, let us know.
Sure, we'll be happy to answer any questions anybody may have.
How many people do you have out at the fairgrounds?
Right now, there is one family who's out there. He's actually got the CO for his home, but he's transitioning, moving in. So other than that, it's me out there right now. We had at one point, 8? Yeah, at one point we were slammed out there. And we anticipate we still may have a few more trickle in, especially on some of these last little buyouts and rebuilds we may be looking at. But right now, it's me.
Okay. I just wondered about that.
Yep.
And you mentioned approval of phase 2.
Yes.
When do you anticipate that to start?
That approval actually came in on December 30th. Ryan and I both got the email on that. As soon as they complete with phase 1, we'll roll right into it. So I would say as weather allows and scheduling, so we'll certainly let everyone know.
One of the questions that I get asked a lot, Dana, is it too late for people to come to you to file for claims, let you know that they still have earthquake damage, or they just found out? Is there a time limit, and how long are we looking at the program lasting? I mean, how long are you guys going to be here? Roughly.
That's a great question, Mr. Mayor. If folks have damage, we want to please send them to us. We continue to take applications. We're going to be here. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be here for quite a while longer. I would say we're going to be here at least through this calendar year, still helping everybody, and likely a little bit longer than that. So there hasn't been any kind of cutoff date established yet, but we encourage folks to let us know as soon as possible if they do have damage. So we want to help as many people as we can. We'll be here.
Anybody else got anything?
Thank you.
Appreciate all the work you do.
I know I brought Senator Ballard and Representative Stevens up here. I'm just so honored that they're here to hear this good news so they can take back to Raleigh with them and share the good news that's going on in Allegheny County and in the town of Sparta. And on behalf of all of our citizens, thank you guys. We appreciate you, and that means a lot. You guys are a great asset to us, man, and appreciate the hard work and the dedication and the hours that you guys put in. That means a lot, and I appreciate it.
We certainly appreciate it, and it's an honor for us to be up here. And thank you so much for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Nels, did you have anything you want to throw in there? Go ahead.
Just a technical detail. The session law did have an initial 3-year time frame. But there is some language that any unspent funds could be reverted at the end of 3 years. And I'm confident, say if the sewer project hits some delays that are unforeseen or something, and if we needed to ask for a short-term extension, we could work with your local senators, representatives if needed. But we do anticipate the bulk of the recovery will be done in 3 years, sir.
It's awesome. That is just awesome.
Correct.
Awesome. With that being said, I do have a special recognition part of our meeting here tonight. I'd like for Daniel Roden to come up to the podium, please.
The podium.
Right here, man, right here. Good stuff. Now, a lot of us over a little over a year ago, we experienced this earthquake, 5.1. Never before had we experienced anything like that. The closest disaster that we'd had before that was the hurricanes that we had, right, Daniel, and the flooding that we went through there, which this man was a part of. When he stepped into the office it seemed like the floodgates opened, and we've had hurricanes, tornadoes, and earthquakes ever since you got in here.
My first boss asked me to please keep the emergencies to a minimum, and I have failed miserably.
So we are not asking for we're not asking for resignation or anything like that. This is to pat you on the back and let you know how appreciative of the town of Sparta and all the citizens of Sparta, the citizens of this county. We're grateful to have you as our emergency management coordinator. You have done a masterful job. And there's a lot of pressure on you to do these things. Now, what I'm about ready to do is just a small token of our appreciation, and that's just to present you with a key to our city. Daniel, you've earned that, and it is I'm very humbled to give you the key to our town.
Thank you,
So
sir.
we thank you. If you got anything you'd like to add, throw it in there, big guy.
Well, I just want to say that, and I'm here, accepting this award, but it's not me. We all worked as a team. Folks from Allegheny County, folks from the town of Sparta worked with us all together on this thing, and with Dana, and with Nels and their outfit. And I want to echo what they've said. Thank you guys for your work, and not just your work, but your friendship. It means a lot. This award is more than I ever expected, and that's all I can say about that. So I appreciate it. It'll be displayed in my office proudly as long as they'll keep me employed there. So. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate you. And now, the real reason that I had these two nice young ladies come up here for us tonight is I'd like for our Senator Deanna Ballard and our Representative Sarah Stevens to join me here at the podium. It was just a few months ago that the state budget was going on, and we seen an opportunity to ask for some funding. I went to the High Country Council of Government with Mr. Phil True. I'll also give this honor to him also in Boone for helping us out, laying the groundwork for infrastructure repair that we needed a little bit more to continue on what we're doing. I then got in touch with Senator Ballard, Representative Stevens, and they went to bat for us in Raleigh. And by grannies, we got $7 million coming out of the state budget. And that's unheard of. That's never been done up here before. And they deserve it. Hey, all those folks I just mentioned, they deserve it. And it, again, on behalf of all the citizens of the town of Sparta, the town council that sits here, the citizens of this county, we want to extend our gratitude to you ladies and thank you so much for the hard work, the dedication that you do. And I know that we're small and we're way up here in the mountains and there's a lot of ice and snow out there right now. And you guys made the trip all the way up here. But let me tell you something. You're highly thought of in this area. We appreciate everything that you've done and continue doing for us. And it's with my honor that I give each of you a key to our town. Now, Daniel has the fake key. You guys get the real one. You do get a get out of jail free card. Chief, where you at, Chief? You give him a police escort out of town here tonight if you don't mind. We appreciate this. These ladies do so much for our town. And ever since I've had the privilege of being the mayor of Sparta, anytime that I have ever called, they have never failed to answer me. In the morning of the earthquake, these are the first two people that called me. These two, the first two that called me and said, hey, what do you need? On behalf of everybody, thank you. And if you guys want to say a few words, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm certainly honored to have this award. And I knew Wes before he was the mayor. I've known him as Hillbilly Wes, and I've known him in the post office. But Wes has been a great, great advocate for the town of Sparta. And we know that you're not in Greece. We know where Sparta is located. I want to say thank you all for taking me in as a token citizen of Sparta and Allegheny County. It's been my honor to be in the General Assembly for 14 years. And a lot of that time I've represented you. We've had that little shift back and forth several times. In the newest maps, I won't be representing you. So I wanted to take the opportunity to let you meet Ray Pickett. Ray, if you'll stand up. Ray is currently a representative in Watauga County, and he will have this area as part of his new district. So I want you to be sure to welcome Ray. He's friends of mine and longtime friends of Deanna Ballard. So we wanted you to welcome him and make him feel as loved as you've made us. And I'm still here for you. Even if I don't represent you, I represent the entire state. So don't hesitate to call. And I say that, but I know Wes will call me anyway. But again, thank you. I'm honored and flattered to be here.
I kind of echo what Sarah has just shared too, but you guys know the amount of affection and just genuine care and concern that I have for you. And it's been an honor really to be serving you since 2016. So I'm humbled by this and I'm very tickled with the amount of work and teamwork. I mean, with our state management and budget office and that team, along with the members in the legislature, but locally as well. I mean, it's really about relationships and building those relationships and the trust and the friendship in order to really kind of get things done. And to be able to do that with the disaster relief funds for the earthquake, to be able to do that in the budget where we were able to actually put in additional dollars, not just for infrastructure here in the town, but also, for the county, for athletic facilities, for the schools, for the hospital. I mean, multiple items. So just know that we are here for you. We are here to listen and we are here to address your needs and not to hesitate to pick up the phone and give us a call. So we really are just honored to be here and to continue to serve in this capacity. And as far as I know, I plan to be here for a while. Thank you. Depending on the maps.
Thank you, two ladies. Now, Ray, come up here beside me, please. We just met this afternoon. I need $10 million. All right. Ray, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
I look forward to working with you.
I look forward
And
to working with you as well.
if there's anything that you'd like to add before you.
I'd just like to introduce myself again. I'm Ray Pickett. I live in Blowing Rock. I serve locally over there on the town council in Blowing Rock. My wife is currently serving on the town council over there. And I've learned a lot about constituents, about representing them from these two back here. So I've learned very well how to respond and how to take care of my constituents. And please, anything, you give me a call. Make sure all of you have my cell phone number before I leave tonight. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to give me a call. Thank you. Nice to meet all of you.
Thank you.
Man, thank you guys. Appreciate that again.
Thank you.
Give them a hand. They deserve it. At this time, I'm going to take at least a 5-minute recess. And I want to allow our guests and anybody that would like to go ahead and exit and start their journey home. I know you got over an hour drive, guys. Just be careful out there for black ice. And I just we'll do that. So we'll take us a 5-minute recess. Anybody that would like to exit the meeting at this time.
They don't want to go home, or I got the next So you got hung up on 95 other day? They got a app that you can put on your phone.
And we will continue on. We'll pick up on our agenda on agenda item number 6, which is our audit presentation. And I'll ask Monty if he'll come up to the podium and give us hopefully some good news here.
Good evening. My name is Monty Pendry, and I am a partner with Gibson and Company and did perform the audit for the current year. We have completed the audit of the financial statements of the town of Sparta for the year ended June 30th, 2021. The audit report has been submitted to the local government commission, and they have approved it. And tonight, I just want to give you a very brief overview of the town's fiscal year and the results of our audit. In the audit report, our audit opinion reads in summary as follows. We have audited the financial statements of the town of Sparta as of June 30th, 2021, and in our opinion, the financial statements present fairly the financial position of the town of Sparta as of June 30th, 2021. This is what we call an unmodified opinion or a clean opinion, which is the best opinion we can issue. Now, taking a look at the town financially, the town as a whole had total assets and deferred outflows of resources of $15,326,422 at June 30th, 2021. And that is comprised mostly of cash of $3,832,526, and capital assets, which are all your land, building, construction in progress, equipment, and sewer system, net of depreciation of $10,992,305. Total liabilities and deferred inflows of resources were $3,942,286, which includes the capital project debt that is owed on the USDA loans of the $2,754,000. So taking all of your assets, less all of your liabilities, the town ended up with a net position at June 30th, 2021 of $11,384,136. And the town did increase that net position over last year, or the net income for the current year for the town was $2,109,206, which is a very good increase. Now, focusing on the general fund itself, at June 30th, the general fund had total assets of $2,733,674. Liabilities in the general fund totaled $52,314, which left a total fund balance at June 30th of $2,677,594. Of that amount, $2,108,281 was unassigned or unrestricted. This is about 137% of your general fund expenditures. That fund balance amount is about 137% of your general fund expenditures, and the local government commission likes to see at least an 8% cushion there. So y'all are well above what the LGC likes to see. Your fund balance increased in the general fund this year by $484,837, or looking at it another way, your net income in the general fund, like I said, was $484,837. Looking at the budget, the town was $180,101 over budget on total general fund revenues and $277,402 under budget on total general fund expenditures, and did not have any budget violations for the current year. Now taking a look at the water and sewer fund. The water and sewer fund had total assets of $10,834,092 and total liabilities of $3,783,010, leaving a net position of $7,051,082. Total operating revenues in the water and sewer fund were $1,307,358, and total expenses of $1,439,231, which did include depreciation of $144,432, and after grant income of $1,601,145, you ended with a change in net position or a net income in the water and sewer fund of $1,442,653. which is again a very good number. The local government commission now is requiring all the auditors to present the financial statements at the board meetings now, which we were normally doing that anyway, but and also to communicate in the open board meetings if the town has any economic performance indicators which are deemed by them to be followed up on in a letter back to the LGC within 60 days from this meeting. And the only performance indicators the town has are the same that you've had in the past. It's that little segregation of duties problem. Well, not really a problem, the internal control segregation of duties, since you do have a limited accounting staff. And then also there was a small, the way that the LGC calculates their operating income for the water and sewer fund, and the percentage they apply to that, there was a small little loss that the town had before you add back all of your 1.6 million of grants that you got. So that has to be reported back to them. And basically what you do is in the past, the local government commission always would receive the audit, and then they would write each town a letter asking what you were going to do to fix these. But now it's your responsibility to send a letter to them within 60 days. So that's really the only change. And I can help Peggy with that letter. There's samples on that the LGC has provided to do that, but neither one of those things are no big deal. So everything is good. Also, since the town did expend more than $750,000 in federal monies and more than $500,000 in state monies, there was a federal and state single audit performed this year, and there were no compliance or internal control problems for the major federal or the major state that we audited. I know that was a very brief overview, but based on this report, the town of Sparta had a very strong balance sheet at June 30th, 2021, and appears to be in excellent financial condition. Once again, I would like to thank you for allowing us to serve as the auditors for the town of Sparta. And if there's any questions I can answer for as far as the audit goes or anything about the financial statements, I'd be happy to answer those now.
Any questions from the council?
So we're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, sounding good.
Yes, sir. The town's doing really well in the fund balance and net income over last year.
We appreciate you doing a good job there for us, sir. So
Well, Monty, we appreciate you, and ever since I've been mayor, you've been doing this audit for us. So we appreciate all the hard work, dedication that you give to these. Thank you for everything that you do. But I'm going to toot the horn of the staff here with Peggy Choate and Ryan Wilmer and those gals up there. I'm telling you right now, this town is blessed to have those folks doing our books for us and making sure that we are within compliance of everything. Peggy, on behalf of this town council, we appreciate you, and we thank you and Ryan for doing such a good job. I look back in the books 15 years ago, almost 16 years ago, the town of Sparta had a fund balance of $400,000. Today, we're over 2 million, well over 2 million. That says something. We're doing something right. Somebody's doing it the right way. Our town is growing. Our town is progressing. And for everyone that has a hand in that, thank you. Monty, we appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Ms. Lisa Bottomley here from the Allegheny Chamber of Economic Development. She's going to give us an update on what she's got going on.
Good evening, everyone. All right, in front of you, you have two handouts. One's a little packet and one is a sheet that looks like that. I want to address the one that says presented to Town of Sparta in March of 2021 first. The reason I brought this to the town tonight is because I did take it to the county at their last meeting. And it's just to clear up any misunderstanding about where we're going as an organization and to remind people how we're structured. If you remember on March 21st, we came here and we did a presentation on what the Allegheny Chamber for Economic Development will look like. And so in front of you, you have that page of that presentation where it said, after several meetings with an attorney and various other chambers and economic development organizations, the attorney recommendation is to maintain 2 organizations with some changes. And I just, again, here to remind or to clarify any misunderstandings. Allegheny Chamber of Commerce, we only renamed that. We renamed it to Allegheny Chamber for Economic Development. It remains a 501c6 member organization, so that has not changed. We still have our chamber members. The purpose will remain the same with the addition of economic development activities. The Chamber of Economic Development will employ all our staff. Structure will remain as initially proposed. And we will have an enhanced benefits to show the value of our membership. And then the Sparta Revitalization Committee, as you all used to know it, has just been renamed Allegheny Economic Development Alliance. It remains a 501c3. Both have the same tax ID number they've always had. It will fund and support economic development activities through fundraising and an investor model. The Allegheny Economic Alliance does not have employees, and they will reimburse Chamber for any activities specific to economic development. So under the umbrella of the Allegheny for Economic Development, we have what you all know as the Chamber of Commerce, or the Chamber Membership Organization, Economic Development, County Marketing, and Community Development. Again, the tax ID remained the same for both organizations, so only the names and activities have changed. We didn't change our name for quite a while in billing or in accounts receivable on our letterhead and all of that, because it was recommended to us to wait until the IRS approved the name change, and we waited to do that when we filed our 990 this past November. So we are now officially the Allegheny Chamber for Economic Development. And then that'll be changed on all of everything you see will have that name on it. We are doing that more now than I think we ever have. Again, we are doing member services, county marketing. We are doing chamber and former SRC events, both. Town beautification projects, community development, and economic development. So I just wanted to bring that again before you all, just to make sure that everyone understands kind of where we've been and where we're going. Any questions about that? Okay, great. All right, the second is a handout, Allegheny Chamber for Economic Development activity highlights. This is not everything we do. It doesn't encompass everything, but it does highlight a lot of the activities we did in the annual, not fiscal year of 2021. I do want to note that we do market events in Allegheny County, anything in the town, fairgrounds, nonprofits, websites, social media, and briefing. All events sponsored by the Chamber for Economic Development are free to the public. We seek sponsorships for Music on Main and the Mountain Heritage Festival. The only event that we make a profit from is the Mountain Heritage Festival, and that profit comes from sponsors and booth vendor costs. The main idea behind our events is to bring people into Sparta and into Allegheny County to generate revenue for our businesses and to increase our sales tax revenue. I'm not going to go over all of this. I'll just highlight a few because you have it in front of you, and I won't take up much of your time. But January through May, we work really hard to create our Allegheny County magazine that goes out. We do anywhere from 8,000 to 10,000 copies a year of that magazine. It goes to North Carolina Visitor Center and also surrounding counties and states. We start adding events to our event calendar now. We promote shopping local, highlight opportunities for certain holidays. We begin running ads for Visit Allegheny in the spring and in the summer. We try to highlight outdoors, recreation, shopping, dining, the Blue Ridge Parkway. In 2021, the Music on Main Committee started meeting during this time and began booking bands, securing sponsors for the Mountain Heritage, starting planning that. And we also invited the Midnight Cruise-In group, Blue Ridge Midnight Runners, cruising group, and they began in May of this past year. In June, you can see we did some Music on Main activities, still marketing coming to Allegheny County. July, Music on Main, we had 800 plus people. And actually, we're probably estimating even more than that. It's very hard to count unless you walk through with a counter how many people were there because there's so many entrances into town. People come and go through the night, but we had a great crowd. It was great. And it didn't hurt that it was July 4th weekend and that we had a great band. We also had our 4th of July parade. August, again, Music on Main, 700 plus people. September, Music on Main, Mountain Heritage Festival. We had a couple of quite a few vendors drop out of our Mountain Heritage Festival due to COVID this year. They were either were concerned about being in a large crowd, or some even had COVID and had to cancel. But we still had a phenomenal crowd considering, and we had several compliments that it was one of the best they'd been to, and we had it was like a 90% return rate on our vendors that were there. So we were very pleased with that. And we also attended Merle Fest for 4 days and had an Authentically Allegheny and a Sparta, North Carolina booth there. In October, again, music off Main was in Krause Park. Our headliner band canceled. So we ended up with about 300 people at Krause Park. Probably could have been more than that, or was more than that. Cycle NC with the town of Sparta. We worked with Cycle NC to have that event here for us to be their start town. As you can see, we worked the event Friday through Sunday. We secured volunteers, helped with a lot of the logistics, and we were the liaison to Cycle NC and the school and the volunteers. But most importantly, we had a welcome booth for all of the riders on Friday and Saturday. And we gave out approximately 500 information packets and or flyers on Allegheny County and in Sparta and all the events that were happening that weekend. So we definitely were marketing Allegheny County and Sparta to all of those riders. And they were from all over North Carolina, and a lot of people from out of state as well. I did attend the Carolina Classic Fair with the Allegheny Tree Farmers. We gave out Allegheny County magazines. Unfortunately, the day I went was kind of cloudy and rainy, but we still had about 30 people stop and pick up information. We had a great trunk or treat. It was our first trunk and treat this year. According to Sheriff Brian Maines, who does have a counter, he had 1,520 people come through his candy line. So we had a fantastic crowd. Had a lot of compliments on that. We also ran some ads and articles in Our State Magazine. Those are attached for your review to that packet. And please note that we were also part of a Parkway feature edition, and some of those articles are in there for you. And Blue Ridge Wood Crafters was featured in there, and Three Crows Metalworks. And I really do feel that is partly due to our relationship building with Our State Magazine, with Allison Leonard, who does sales for this area. She comes up now and goes shopping in our town. And I really feel like that we're starting to get some attention from the right people.
Is she the one that wrote that article that I was in?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Was she the one that did the article that?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
When she comes to town again,
Mm-hmm.
bring her to my shop. I'm gonna give her something.
Okay. Sure will. And I did I have spoken to Three Crows, and they said that they have definitely seen an increase in sales due to those articles. So I feel good about that. They did that on their own. I did not pick the businesses or tell them who to go talk to. That was all on them. That's how Our State Magazine works. They choose, but I feel really good that they chose us as part of their feature stories. And I do want to thank, we did have a half-page ad in the special collector's edition of Our State. That's also attached. And we want to thank the Allegheny County TDA for funding that 100% for us. November and December, we worked with the town and to coordinated with the high school, Bottomley Evergreens, Wish on Evergreens, Sparta Lights and Entertainment, anyone we could partner with and coordinate with to help Sparta look good for the holidays. And we think that everybody came together and it was a success. We would like to thank the town of Sparta staff for all their assistance in putting the greenery up, the high school for putting the tree up, and there's a lot of people we could thank, and I won't take the time to do that right now, but please know anyone who's listening, we appreciate your efforts. Always thanking George Sheets and Bobby Ragland for helping us put up the banners at the change of the season. We had a great Christmas parade. A lot of people were in attendance. A lot of people joined in. Great success, I think. We did market our choose and cut. We did limit that, though, per request of the farmers because of limited supply this year. And we also did Small Business Saturday, marketing, shop local for the holidays. We really try to push that. Special thank you to Ryan Wilmoth and the staff, and to Bob Lane and the town police department for helping us provide a safe environment at all of our events. I think they all went very well this year. No problems noted, Bob. And to make it a good experience for everyone who was in attendance, and their willingness to always help whenever I needed it. And a thank you to town council members who attended and participated in our events as well. Appreciate your support. Quickly, you can see there our visitor center numbers for June through December of 2021. I won't go through those. I will say that visitor packets that are distributed through the visitor center has been 300 plus, and these are little packets that people just come by and pick up. And at events, we've given out over 500 of those. Chamber membership, we continue to recruit new members, maintain current membership through relationship building, building trust, providing events to increase revenue, promoting our businesses through various avenues, spotlight business, and so on. Hopefully 2022 will allow us to have some larger gatherings for our members, special meetings and speakers, recognition, and get our councils going. And we currently have 317 active chamber members, which is most we've had in quite some time. We are working on beautification projects. We did receive some donations and have leftover funds from SRC. We were able to get the ABC parking lot cleaned out and replanted. We've purchased flower pots for the new lampposts in town, some ground flower pots, and we will be funding the plant material to go in all of those in the spring, and some to go in our landscaping beds through town. And down below is just some things that we are involved in other than our normal day-to-day business. We try to be very involved, or I try to be very involved in our community. So you can see that I'm on numerous boards, but I'm also very active in these boards as well. And I believe that's it. Any questions for me?
I don't have a question, but I just want to say, as somebody who sits on the chamber board, these guys work very hard, but nobody works harder than Lisa to promote and market our town and county. Thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I want to say that we recently took a trip down east. We went through several towns just to see how they looked. We look so much better than they did. It just ain't even funny. I mean, it ain't even funny. We looked really, really good. And I was really proud of our town.
Yeah.
Because they, down east, they had a few flags up. There's a few houses decorated. I mean, it was nothing and not even close to what we have.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of this town.
Yeah. We have a lot of people who work together to make that happen. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I'm just looking forward to the future right there. Our town, after getting the facelift, and we're not done yet.
No, we're not. Yeah.
We're going to continue on with more sidewalks, and I really feel good about the future of our town.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of good things still to come.
Listen, I think one of the things that needs to be brought out is that you will market the events that goes on in town and throughout the county, and that's including wherever it's at, whether it's in town or the fairgrounds or wherever.
Yeah.
You just need people to come to you and
Yeah.
tell you, right, that they're having an event, right?
We do. And I don't, I think that, people get busy, they start planning their event, they do a lot of their own marketing, but we are definitely a resource for promoting any event in Allegheny County and in Sparta. Anything, location, fairgrounds, park, downtown. We do Fiber Fest. I mean, anything like that, we are more than willing to put on our community calendar. It's easy. It's easily accessible from our website and from Authentically Allegheny's website. But yeah, we invite people to tell us what they're doing in the community so that we can get the word out there. The more we can get the word out there, more people will come to Sparta, and that means more money spent and more revenue for our businesses.
Thank you for what you do. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You and your staff. Thank you, Lisa. Council, before you, I have a resolution here that when I went to the COG meeting last month, there is a workforce development is a big thing that the High Country Council of Government is involved with. There are 23 COGs in the state of North Carolina. The governor is trying to condense those down into 8, which would mean that the COG that we are a part of, the High Country, we would be included with such other big towns as Hickory, Statesville, whatever. They're wanting to jumble us up and condense it down to 8. Every one of us up there at the COG was highly against this, and I made a recommendation that a resolution be sent to each town, municipality, each county, and for them to vote no, that we like it as it is. And our thing is this, is if we join somewhere else, and right now we're condensed to 7 counties in our COG, and they're wanting to add another 5, 6 counties, we're going to lose opportunities at those fundings that we get from the COG. Now, they are really looking at the metro line and areas as trying to beefing them up. So we are in the 7 counties that are similar to us. And there's 50 representatives on that COG up there. So I'm asking you to support this resolution that we've drawn up right here as a strong support to say we like it as it is. We don't want to become another big COG with somebody else. We like it the way it is so we can get our funding and our workforce development funds from the COG that we're at right now. We don't want to lose anything. And
So you need a motion.
I just need a motion to approve this resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands, please. So if Peggy, we unanimously as a board or council support that resolution. Thank you, council members on that. I appreciate that. We have agenda item number 9 is a rezoning request, and this in talking with the town manager earlier, we need to refer this to the planning board and for their recommendation. We will be setting a public hearing. We need that too for February. All I need is a motion to refer this on to the planning board for their recommendation and for the public hearing.
What are we rezoning?
It's a parcel. Brian has this
It
in
needs to be rezoned from R12, I believe, to R20. A gentleman is wanting to build 10 single-family housing units.
Where is this?
Right off of Collins Road, right where Collins and
it's up there
Reynolds,
on Reynolds Road.
or Reynolds Road,
Mhm.
right where it splits off of Collins
That little section right there?
to the right.
So right now it's zoned for single family.
Right.
Is that
And it needs
right?
to be for a multi.
It's
Housing
gonna be
unit.
like
He's
townhomes or
built,
something.
Like those mini homes.
the gentleman has built a couple houses on Lake Street, I believe, and Hill Street in that area. And they're really nice homes. And it's going to be something similar, just more of them, I believe. Has Ryan spoke to you about that? But I believe that's what they're looking for. But this would just be a,
We're not voting
We're not
okay
making-
it. All we're doing is putting
Yes.
it in.
All right, I'd like a motion, we refer this to the planning board and set the
Public hearing
public hearing for February.
for the February meeting. Can I have a
I'll
motion?
second that.
And I have a second. All in favor, show of hands. 3-0 on that. Thank you, John, and everybody for that. Agenda item number 10 is a consideration of the eCrash reporting software service contract. You have that in your packets right there. This is to enable the chief of police, our chief, to submit crash reports to the DMV. This is a state mandate. It will be, and we are to select the vendor, and it's going to cost us about $800 for the year, I believe, yearly. And we are good. We have that in our budget, and we just need a motion to approve this to allow it to go on through.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. 3-0 on that. Thank you, council. We're going to skip agenda items number 11 and 12. This will be something that our town manager is going to update us on. And at this time, I'd like to ask the council if you guys wouldn't mind having a special meeting January the 11th to conduct this business in a special meeting, and we'll do it at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, if that's okay with everybody.
What day is the 11th?
Next Tuesday,
Next
week
Tuesday?
from today.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
6:30.
Let's do 6 o'clock. If that way we
6
can get out
o'clock.
here, get in and get out.
Go with that.
6 o'clock on Tuesday.
Okay.
I don't think we need a motion to do that, do we? Or, okay, special meeting. So I need a motion to okay that special meeting on January 11th. Have that and a second. All in favor, show of hands, please. 3-0. So we will be meeting January the 11th here in the town council room at 6 o'clock for that special meeting. Agenda item number 13 is the sanitary sewer repair project that's going on down here on Duncan Street. The contractor will be back on Duncan Street once the snow clears and gets some good weather. It's going to last about 2 more weeks down there for the community that's down there, and I know that's right around your area. They will be putting door hangers on the door to let people know that they are in the area. There's going to be work done, so they may be without water temporarily. They may be without the sewer, whatever, for just a short time. But the contractor has been very good about going and telling people, we're working here. This is what we're doing. And if you're out of water, we're going to get you back on.
I was going to say there that before they came down there and just started working, and nobody knew what was going on right there. So I talked to the foreman, and I think
you nipped it in the bud right there. So that's where the door hangers are going to come in. And also, after they get done with Duncan Street, that 2 weeks, they are going to move to Dar Street, just off of Highway 18, over there, and they'll be at 2 weeks there. After they get done there, phase 2 has already been approved, and they can go right into phase 2 after that. So just need I guess I'm just letting everybody know that they're going to be doing this. So we're going to have people in the area of Duncan Street and Door Street the next month and a half. Just wanted to let our citizens know right there.
can we use our phone tree to let these people know?
I think we can. I think but we'll use the blackboard to try to get that message out, let them know the times that they'll
would
be in the area.
best. That would be best.
So we'll do that. In other business, if you've got the financial statement in front of you also, if you have any questions for Peggy, which I think Monty said it all in our audit, we're really good, and I appreciate your work, Peggy, on that. So anybody have any questions for her? If not, we'll move on. I'd like to take this opportunity also while we're closing out is to thank our police, Chief of Police and your staff for an excellent job over the holidays. I know you had a lot of stuff going on, and I appreciate that. Yesterday was snow and ice and a lot of accidents in town. But from all of us up here, we appreciate y'all guys being out there, gals being in the cold and the snow. Also like to thank all of our emergency workers, rescue squad, fire departments, those guys out there busting their tails in the cold air. My maintenance crew down here in the town of Sparta for getting out all day yesterday, pushing snow, getting that done. And our new little machine that we have purchased is doing a good job. So very thankful for that. And they can say what they want to, but our toy works just good. And I really, really enjoy that. So there being any other business, I'll open it up for public comment. And there's nobody here to entertain public comment, so we'll do that. We'll close that out. And I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Have a motion to adjourn until February. Do I have a second?
Second.
Excuse me, till January 11th. I'm sorry, till January 11th. My bad. January 11th. I have a motion and a second. All in favor, show of hands. This meeting is adjourned until January 11th next week, 6 o'clock.